Most of the work has actually been done in Britain, although Australia is catching up, and Canada, North America is about the same, Canada and the U.S. The work in Britain started in around the 1990s, and they started working primarily on with chronic patients who had delusions and hallucinations. And with the chronic people, over a period of time, they did quite well. And there was a review by somebody named Zimmerman who reviewed about 18 or 19 studies, most of which were done in Britain, a couple in Germany, maybe one in the Netherlands. Cognitive therapy did quite well in improving symptom relief for delusions, hallucinations, and there was some improvement in global adjustment, but they didn't necessarily look at global adjustment. At the very beginning, it was considered quite an achievement just to improve delusions and hallucinations. Now, then the British started working with acute cases, and there's also some work along those lines in Australia. They did not do so well in the studies with acute cases. Now, it may be that they did not adapt the therapy properly to the acute cases, but the acute cases did need, at least it was believed they needed, the pharmacotherapy, and the pharmacotherapy did account for most of the improvement. So that's the way things stood up until several years ago. And then a group in Manchester in England felt that there was a whole underserved group of schizophrenic patients who were not taking medication. And so they did a study on schizophrenic patients who were not on medication, and they showed a big improvement, surprisingly. And they could get away with this ethically because they weren't on medication anyhow, so it's better give them some treatment than no treatment. Now they have a multi-site study looking at that. Then there's still another group that was studied in Britain, and that's the high-risk people. These are individuals who have not become psychotic yet, but have a high probability. And in this country, and possibly in Canada also, they were treated with pharmacotherapy, and evidently it did postpone the onset of psychosis a bit. However, there is a group in Britain now that are using psychotherapy or cognitive therapy with the high-risk people. So I think that covers the thing. You raised the question, do they need medication? Well, if they're not taking it, would you deny them medication? I wouldn't be that heroic to deny medication just for the sake of science and so on. And there is a big application in pre-morbid schizophrenia.